Welcome back to the Conference USA 2024 Kickoff Show presented by Sideline Design. We're joined now by Western Kentucky Hilltoppers head coach Tyson Helton, Elijah Young, the running back, and Upton Stout, the cornerback. Welcome to the hot seat.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
You finished last season on a very high note, down 28-0 in a bowl game, come back to win. How do you build off that momentum?
Well, I think, one, it was a great bowl win, and it was great. I think they said it was like the fourth best comeback in bowl history, so that was pretty cool to have. But a lot of momentum off of it. And, we got a veteran team. We're excited about this team. Added some good pieces over, the break of the season. Challenging schedule, but like you said, we got a good momentum coming into the season and looking forward to what happens.
Offensively, tell me about the pieces you have coming back and some new pieces as you look at the season.
Yeah, veteran offensive line coming back. 4 out of the 5 starters will be back. We got our star running back right here, and Elijah. He'll be back for us, and he's kind of our big horse, as I like to call him. He's the guy that when you need a ball play, get it to Izzy. So we're excited about him, and got a really good receiving core that I like. Couple quarterbacks that are going to compete, during the fall. Caden Velkamp, he won the bowl game for us, did a fantastic job. He's competing with TJ Finley, who transferred in over the spring. I'm really excited about those two guys. We'll let them compete in fall camp and pick one, and we'll get rolling.
Difference between the two quarterbacks of what you've seen so far?
Well, for sure, they're probably the tallest quarterbacks in college football, 166 and probably 167. So they're definitely getting off the bus. They look the part. Both those guys, great. First of all, they're great people. Let's start with that. They're good leaders for the team. They support each other. Both are very good quality throwers. Their height helps them to see the field. But when they take off and run with it, they're good runners with the football too. So it allows you as a play caller and as an offensive coach to be able to do a lot of different things with those guys. So I'm excited about them.
New offensive coordinator for this season with an offensive line background.
Yeah.
Does that change play calling? How does that impact things?
Well, I tell you what, Will Friend's our offensive coordinator. Will and I have had a 20-plus year relationship, worked at multiple institutions. Will is a fantastic coach, veteran SEC coach, probably one of the premier college coaches today in college football. Excited to reunite with him. And, he's a guy that's been in the system. He understands the system. He does a great job with the pass protection piece and the run game piece. Our players have embraced him. He's got great personality. He's kind of the best of everything, to be honest with you. He and I work extremely well, so excited that he's on board with us.
Elijah Young, you transferred from Missouri, had a breakout season last year. What do you attribute that success to?
Just really remembering my why I'm doing this, what's my purpose here, giving it all to the game.
You also wanted to be closer to home.
Correct.
You're from Knoxville, Tennessee?
Correct.
What was it like having more family, friends, being able to attend games and see you play?
And that's included in my why, especially with family being now 3 hours instead of 8 hours. They can come to every home game.
When you look at the offense and all the pieces you have coming back, what have you seen so far out of that unit in the spring?
I just seen the growth, everybody coming together, really just buying into this team. And we just spent a lot of overtime with each other. Even without the coaches, we'll get together, have our own little barbecue, just kick back at the crib.
Anything you do differently this offseason to kind of step it up since you had a breakout last year?
Mainly the same thing, just going 10 times harder.
Okay. Let's take a look at a touchdown run you had against Middle Tennessee. Let's go to the monitor. We're going to show your highlight and break this play down for me as you see it unfold. Ooh, a little hurdle, okay.
So really, it was just a quick check. It was a pass at first. AR said, no, check this. I need you to get in the end zone. So it really just any means necessary, and I just saw the DB just already going low.
Is that a play you practice? Like, do you have a track background, or are you just that athletic?
I ran a little track.
He's actually done that like 3 or 4 times in his career, so I would call it a trademark move for him.
Okay, all right. We will look for that this upcoming season. That is nasty. Upton Stout, cornerback. Tell me about the defensive side of the ball and what you've seen out of that unit so far in the spring.
Really just a whole bunch of people who wants it. Like, we added a whole lot of good players, and like leaders. Like I feel like that's probably the difference with our defense from this year and last year. Like we got leaders now. Like the whole back end. Like it doesn't matter if you just came in, you've been here. Like everybody wants to lead, everybody wants to be a part of it. So it's like everybody got to say. So it's like it's not like my word is bigger than yours because I've been here. It's like if you got something to say it. So it's like that's really the biggest difference, just the leaders and how everybody wants it, how everybody's buying in, how everybody wants to go out there and Saturday do some release. It's just having fun while we're around each other.
Sometimes it takes a lot for teams to gel and for guys to buy in and click with each other. What has it been about the defensive unit where you feel like you've come together so quickly?
I say, Coach recruiting, like we recruit the right people. So it's like whoever comes in, like we're going to gel regardless, just because like Coach knows who to recruit. Coach knows. We know Coach knows our team, so it's like we're not going to bring somebody into the locker room who wouldn't fit our culture. So that's really the biggest thing.
So then, how would you define that culture? What is a Western Kentucky Hilltopper football player?
Somebody who wants it, somebody who's the one who wants to buy in, who doesn't want to take the shortcuts, who wants to go do extra, who wants to win, who wants to put the team on their back before themselves.
There's always a lot of expectations with Western Kentucky. And a lot of people talk about the offense first when they think about Western Kentucky. Defensively, though, how do you make a statement this upcoming season?
Really just going out there and playing hard every week, complimenting off our offense because we know we're going to score. We're going to score a lot of points, but it's like we don't want it to be a shootout. We just want to compliment our offense for real.
All right, you're also a designer. You got your own clothing line.
Yes, sir.
Tell me how that came about and what kind of a clothing line it is.
It came when I was at my last school around 2021. I started doing like prints where it was just graphic tees, and it was kind of money got a little low, so I was like, I can't keep doing graphic tees. So I went to Walmart, got the jacket and some paint. I was like, I'm supposed to start painting. And I just came up with lazy ways, and that's when I just started splattering. And then when I got to WKU, it kind of took off because like that's when the teammates really started supporting me more. And so like once the teammates started showing it off on Instagram and stuff, that's when my clientele really rose.
I heard somebody stopped you here recently in Frisco. What went down there?
Cause I made a jacket like a couple days ago where it had patches on it. He was like, I like your jacket. Like, whose is it? And I was like, nah, I made it myself. It's my clothing brand. And he was like, I'm trying to tap in with you and stuff.
Okay, so where did you send him? Plug your line.
I sent him my Instagram, my Lazy Ways Instagram, and I sent him my website that was inside the bio on the Instagram.
Okay, all right,
sir.
Cool. I appreciate that, entrepreneur.
I got you.
Let's take a look at your defensive play from this past season. Let's go to the monitor and check it out. So you get the interception. What were you seeing? What was the coverage that was called there?
It was kind of like a cover three, but it's like when I play cover three, I like to look at the quarterback so I can get a three-step read. It was like after he did it was like his two-step, and I seen like the receiver keep going, but I seen the quarterback pat his feet, so I started patting my feet. Then he threw it. So once he threw it, I seen green grass on the other side, and I seen Ant doing this. So I was like, man, this is gonna score. And I just got good blocks by my teammates, man. We just turned up in the end zone after that.
When you make a play like that, do you keep looking at it and studying it, or are you studying other plays that maybe don't go well? Like, how do you develop your game in terms of the film work?
I look at more of my bad plays to my good plays, really just like, because like, I feel like the good plays, it's
Say that again, because I don't know if young people hear that enough. Say that again.
I look at my bad plays more than my good plays, because I feel like God's going to bless me with good plays all the time, but it's like, them bad plays, how can I critique that and like, make sure that doesn't happen again?
That is a really good insight. Also talk about entrepreneurial spirit. Elijah, you went to the NIL Summit in Atlanta. Not a lot of college players get that opportunity. What was it like being around so many bright young minds?
Nah, and I loved it. Like it was a pretty cool experience. Just being around a lot of student athletes. A lot of athletes you didn't even know was a sport for real, you know. And so ended up I ended up getting cool with Quentin Cooley. That's where we like really was like clicking. And so you're around a lot of athletes that just almost come around the same background. And so I feel like they did a good job with the mental health aspect. We sat down, talked about that, and different companies, a lot of companies with NIL experience. So I loved it.
I feel like NIL sometimes tends to get a bad rap. People don't really understand what it's all about. From a player's perspective, how has it helped you at Western Kentucky?
I say it helps me. Really, my ultimate goal is to give back. So with that being said, for everyone that poured into me growing up to get me where I am now, my ultimate goal is to make sure you're all right. And the NIL helps with that a lot.
Love it, love it. Big picture, Coach, you have some facility upgrades in the works Tell me about that. What's going on with the
Yeah,
program?
really excited. So we just finished our new field turf field, so we'll get to play on that this year. Got a brand new press box that'll be ready by game 1, and then has a new indoor facility coming online late spring next year. So a lot of great things happening on campus there, and we do a great job with our administration and at our university of always giving us the resources to be successful. And you talk to these guys, and you're asked about the culture and all those things, and those play a big part of that. You know, we always want to have the best of the best, and our guys feel like they're taken care of. They feel like people are pouring into them, and then the end results equal wins. And so everybody's in the foxhole together, as I call it. And so we got some good things going on, and excited about what's going to come online in the future.
You have a very tough schedule coming up this season. We're going to take a look at it, and I want you to break it down because a big one out of the gate. Let's take a look at Western Kentucky Hilltoppers at Alabama to start the season.
Yeah, so we're going to go to Alabama. What a great environment to play in. And you know, you want to go down there, and we've had great history against SEC schools. We've had a lot of wins against SECs, and what a great opportunity to play a great football team. And we'll come home and play Eastern Kentucky. That's really been, in years past, a rival for us, you know, back in the old FCS days, and they're just right up the road. And then get 100 miles of hate with Middle Tennessee. Right after that, go to see them, and they're going to have a really good team this year. Come home, play Toledo, who was 11-3 last year, another good football team, and then kind of finish up those first 5 at Boston College. And what I've never been to Boston College. It's a great atmosphere, so looking forward to that. Get into conference play, and there's so much parity in our conference that, you know, it's a toss-up every single week. You get down to the last 2 games with Liberty and Jacksonville State. I tell the team all the time, what you do in November, they remember. And if you want to be remembered, those are 2 of our better teams in the conference. So we got a challenging schedule, but one that we're very excited about. And we'll look up at late November and hopefully be holding a championship trophy.
And you're looking to make it 4 bowl wins in a row. Good luck this upcoming season, Western Kentucky. Tyson Helton.
Thanks.
Thanks for joining us.
Appreciate it. Thank you.